Welcome back, everybody. We do have an interview, still Septilin, still Z-, and our interviewee is going to be Hammer, that Terry Ryu player we saw at the very end, bring it down to the wire, and unfortunately lose to Georgie on that Kirby, but still, the team tonight does get a victory, 13-10. How are you doing tonight, Hammer?
I'm doing good.
Doing good, that's good. So my biggest question for you is, going into this, I'm not sure if you guys were aware, I'm not sure if you're keeping points while you're playing or anything, but you pretty much had a guaranteed win going into this fourth and final matchup up against Georgetown. So were you maybe less nervous due to that, or was there anything like you did differently because you kind of knew there wasn't that aggression, or is that kind of, did you still bring your 100?
Yeah, I definitely, when we got into the last match, we knew that we had a little bit of leeway. I played it a certain way that we didn't have to give one of our guys, like, who's been really kind of like pushing with the team cross, we gave him the night off pretty much. So when we did that, we had that little break in between. I kind of knew that I had a little bit of leeway to try out some stuff and just work on the fundamentals.
Right, absolutely, yeah. Definitely a great way to look at that, you know? So now I'm going to throw you to Z-, who's got a question for you as well.
Yeah, so I noticed the end there. Typically, when it came to the early meta, it was usually the duality of like Ryu and Ken when it came to the Shotos. But then after the buffs, more people kind of relied on Ken. Is there a reason why you have a preference for Ryu as opposed to Ken?
I guess the biggest reason that I like playing Ryu over Ken is I like the hard hitting that he gives. Ken is more of like a multi-hit, especially with his Tatsu. So I like that Ryu has more of the killing options with basically you could do down tilt into basically Tatsu, which is killable with lighter characters. Whereas Ken relies a lot on his basically Shoryuken, because his fire Shoryuken can kill on stage around 100%, but it's definitely more of like a light hitting and then basically having one kill option, whereas Ryu has a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Option.
I think we may be losing you. You're cutting out just a little bit there, but one more question for you, if we're still able to hear you. Is there anybody you want to shout out? Anybody you want to give a shout out to, or anything coming up big for your school's program?
I guess we're going to be playing in the MAC tournament coming up this weekend, so we're going to be playing Siena, so we're hoping we're going to keep going in the tournament. So I'm hoping for our team will do good, and as well as our other teams like the Rocket League team.
Yeah, awesome. All right, cool. Thank you so much for joining us for the interview. I think we're losing you once again. I apologize if I'm cutting you off. At least I'm losing you on my end, so I'm very sorry if I'm cutting you off. But thank you so much for joining us for the interview, and we'll see you guys this weekend.
All right, thank you. Thanks for your time.
Of course, thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, folks, and with that, we are going to be throwing it to that break that I mentioned earlier on tonight. Like I said, there's going to be a small break, I think, looking at roughly 20 minutes, so don't go far. Maybe go check out that secondary channel. Like I said, SSBU EGF, I believe is what it is. That might be swapped. I don't know. Go find it. It's on our Twitter. I know that much, so go give that a check out, and we'll see you guys in like 20 minutes.
All right, take care.